Since we will be working using a different platform, Kali Linux on a virtual machine, Windows on my host or physical machine, and Android on my smartphone. So frequently we will use or we will need to move file between the different platform. I mean, what if I create the fake application here, Android app, and I need to move it to the Windows or I need to move it to the Android? So we need to know how can we share file between Linux virtual machine and the physical machine or Android device. If you are doing that between Windows, it's quite easy. But Linux, you need to follow some steps. It's quite easy also. It's just that you need to follow some step to be able to allow the sharing file between Windows and Linux or between Android and Linux. And by doing that, you will be able to drag and drop file between the platform. So I wrote all the steps in a document, which I'm going to share with this lecture. And we're going to see how to do that together. So the first thing that we need to do is to go to the toolbar here and choose to player and then manage and then choose install VMware tool. And you click on install. And it will open a folder, as you can see, and according to that, we're going to take this file, VMware tool. It end up with tar.gc. This is a compressed file. I'm going to take this file and copy to a specific folder, any folder that I want to use. So in my case, I'm going to go to home and let me create a folder here, new. And I'm going to name it test, for instance, or anything that I would like. So I'm creating a folder and then I'm going to move the file here to this folder. Here you go, or copy it, doesn't matter. So first thing is to install the VMware player. It will open a Windows. You take this file, you put it in any specific folder that you like, and then we will open a terminal. You open a terminal and go to this specific folder. So opening a terminal, here you go, and go to cd test. Don't forget that in Linux is case sensitive. So if you wrote T capital for test, you have to write it the same way. And then to check that we are inside the folder, yes, we are there, and the file are there. This is the red one. Then we need to extract this file. To be able to extract any file that end up, this is in general in Kali Linux or any Linux that has an extension tar.gc, you use the command called tar. Tar is for extracting file. Tar minus xf, then the file name. And as I mentioned, it's case sensitive. You just type the first two letters and click on tab. It will continue the. So this will extract the folder, extract the file inside the test folder, and it has been extracted. Let's see, ls, and you will see that there is now a file and the extracted file and the folder. Now let's navigate into the folder, cd vm where and tab, and check the file inside. We have one specific file in green. It ends up with PL. This is Perl file. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to type the command Perl. Any files that end up with Perl and you need to execute it, you just type Perl and the file name. VM and tab. I think small letter. VM Now before PL, clicking on enter, I just want to show you that right now I cannot share file or folder between Windows and Linux. So before executing this command, I wanted to show you that if I'm taking a file from here and I'm trying to moving or drag it outside, it will not allow me to do that. And vice versa. I cannot take file from Windows and move it to Linux as well. So before doing that, file cannot be shared between the virtual machine, Linux virtual machine, and the physical machine. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on enter, and any message that you will receive while you're installing, just click on enter, just accept the default setting for everything. So I'll click here, here, here. And this will take some time until he finishes installation, but do not forget that whatever message you get, just press enter, means that you are accepting the default setting. And after a while, once he finishes installing, we need to reboot the machine. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to pause the video until he finishes installing, because I believe it will take time. Yeah. And once he finishes, we will reboot. I'm gonna resume the recording. I think I better wait. It will not take that much of time. Here you go. Here you go. It's too much to So I'm done. I kept pressing on enter until it finished the installation. What I need to do right now is to restart this machine to be able to use sharing or dragging and dropping file between Linux and Windows. So I'm going to type reboot. And we are done. Once the virtual machine has been rebooted, we will be able to move file between the Kali, Linux, and Windows machine, which will simplify what we are doing later on when we create a fake app or create any file and we need to move it to our Android device. So, instead of uploading them to a website or sending them by email and so on, this will be much more easier. So start, and let's see. I will add this file to the lecture where all the steps are mentioned. So let's see, and here we have root and my password. By the way, it's not like you only will be able to copy and to drag and drop between virtual machine and the physical machine, but also you'll be able to copy and paste. Okay, so it becomes like a Windows machine. So if I take this file, for instance, and I move it outside, now as you can see, you can move it from here to there or vice versa. So this will simplify what you are doing. It will help you definitely during this training, copying file between different platforms and so on.